Hey ladies and gents, and welcome back. Today we are talking about these 6 things that you guys need to stop doing when it comes to your footwear. But hey, before we get started, if you will, give us a big thumbs up and just let us know how much you are enjoying this content. All right, let's get started. Okay, so the number one thing that you guys have got to stop doing, stop wearing molded soles and welts on your shoes. Now what I mean by this is basically stop wearing one-piece constructed shoes where the welt and the sole are all one piece. It maybe looks like a welt, but it's actually a faux welt. And it's just a mold that the factory does. They glue it on top of the shoe. And the reason for that is really, you can't do anything to the shoe.
No, you can't. In fact, we get these all the time. We get people who send us emails and trying to say, hey, can these be redone? Are these worth anything? And a lot of times those things are just one-time wear. We get that a lot with boots, but believe it or not, you get a lot of that with dress shoes as well.
Mm-hmm. A lot of really cheap dress shoes, sometimes even shoes that they charge quite a bit of money for at these department stores. And places like that in the mall are notorious for it. So just make sure that you're trying to stick with shoes that have an individual welt and its own individual sole. And I know some of you guys are like, well, Trent, I can't afford anything like that. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. There are plenty of shoes out there. If you've watched some of our videos in the past, you've seen it. You can buy them on eBay. There's a lot of discount stores. There's a lot of shoe brands online now that you can get these really high quality shoes for around 150 bucks.
No excuses.
No excuses, fellas.
All right, the number 2 is stop wearing your shoes past the point of no repair. All right, so what I mean by this is having a hole in the bottom of your sole. Sometimes it goes all the way through to where your sock is showing and you're sitting on a date or you're sitting in a business meeting and you cross your leg and your date or the person across the restaurant or your coworker or even your boss looks over and sees your sock. No one wants to see that. Another one is your heel block, wearing it all the way up into the block, and I've even seen it go all the way up until it hits the welt. Yes, I've seen that. If it's a shoe that can be redone, it can still be redone. But here's the problem. It costs a lot more. And then sometimes it will outvalue the cost of your shoes. So if you take preventative measures like go ahead and have new heel pads put on or top lifts, or have your shoes resoled, or if you just want to go the extra step, have toe plates put on or put sole protectors on the bottom. That's going to solve you a lot of headache down the road and it's going to keep you looking sharp.
Number 3, stop one-stop shopping. Now, what do we mean by this? What I mean is don't buy everything at one store. So there's a lot of stores out there, Men's Warehouse, Joseph A. Bank, lots of places, even the mall inside the big department stores, where you go in, you buy your pants, you buy your socks, you buy your shirt, and while you're up there, you're like, hey, you know what? Throw in a couple pairs of shoes. The shoes they're selling in those places are not the highest quality.
And even if they are, like even if you were to go to like a designer store, it's probably just not, it seems kind of lazy in my opinion. Like you haven't really thought out what you want to buy and what style you're going to go and mix match and make it work.
And I got news for you. The sales associates are just there to try to make commission. So they're going to be like, Mr. Johnson, come on over here and let me show you these great shoes that'll match the suit. Gentlemen, there's other places like I just mentioned where you can find much better quality shoes, a lot of times for the same price or better. So don't one-stop shop. Buy your suit, buy your pants, buy your dress shirt, then go to a shoe store or look online for guys that that focus on just shoes.
Shop with a purpose.
Exactly.
All right, the next one that I'm gonna throw it out there. It's probably gonna hurt some feelings, and when I say it, I'm gonna already like feel the haters
it's
out
coming.
there. It is.
I feel it right now.
Stop wearing sneakers with your suits.
Ooh,
yeah.
Go ahead, hit us up, hit us down below.
I just said it.
There you go.
Listen, maybe it's a fad. Maybe it's in style right now. I don't know. Hopefully it is a fad, and we can get back to classic. But I am not hating on sneakers. Minimalistic sneakers. They have their place and they look great with a pair of dark blue jeans or even just leave it with the denim. It just looks good that way. But when you're trying to wear it with a 3-piece suit,
it just looks
you're
bad.
going to a wedding,
Or you have a tux on. I've seen
Oh,
that too.
yes, I've seen it before. Yes.
Guys, just stop. Go back, like Heath said, to the classics, man. Put on a nice suit with a nice classic Oxford. It's just going to complete the ensemble. You're not going to see James Bond. You're not going to see the old classic guys from the golden era of Hollywood walking around with sneaker soles on in a suit.
And those guys just oozed manhood, you know? So they look sharp. They look good. So
just not with the suit. So the next thing, you guys need to stop neglecting your shoes. Now, what am I talking about? Stop neglecting your shoes. Now,
this follows
kind of number two.
Number two.
Yeah. But what I mean on this one is not necessarily repair work. But guys, when you buy that new pair of shoes, oh, you just love the shoe. You're like, oh, look at the shoe. It smells so good coming out of the box. And yeah, buddy, it does. But now take care of the shoe. Just like a car, just like your house, you have to take care of it. If you've watched our channel, you know we've talked about this over and over. But some of the things you need to do, make sure you're using cedar shoe trees on all of your shoes. It helps to absorb the sweat, the moisture, the salt, and it will keep that leather looking tip-top shape. Also, make sure you're polishing and conditioning your shoes quite often. That is going to help the leathers last a whole lot longer than just letting them dry out. I can't tell you how many times I've been out in the workforce or just out and about, and having been in the shoe repair business and the footwear business, I look at people's shoes and man, it is just awful. Some of you guys out there look great up top, down at the bottom.
It's bad. I feel
awful.
like I'm judging.
I feel sorry for the
judging,
shoe.
You know?
I feel like the shoe screaming, saying, I'm thirsty, I need some moisture. Help your shoes out. And you know what? If you don't like sitting there and conditioning your shoes and shining your shoes, perhaps this will help. Today's video sponsor is Audible. And Heath and I, man, we do listen to Audible quite often.
In the shop. When we're sitting here and just going through the daily grind and working on shoes, what do we normally throw on?
Business Wars.
Business Wars. It's a podcast. It's great. And you can find that on Audible. You can just put on the Bluetooth or put on some earbuds and just listen, and it's relaxing. And you can also do that same thing while you're sitting there shining your shoes, conditioning your shoes, just going through your wardrobe.
And I know one of the things that you guys don't see behind the camera is, Heath and I were brothers. We worked together every single day. And guys, it's just, every now and then we can only have so many conversations. Heath has...
Or we get mad at each other.
We do, every now and then, and Heath has the shoes he's working on, I have the shoes I'm working on, and sometimes it's just nice to break it apart. And when we're not listening to the podcast Business Wars, a lot of times I like to listen to entrepreneurial and business audiobooks. And what about you?
For me, it's historical audiobooks.
So one of the other things, guys, is definitely check out Audible's Plus catalog. So things that are included in that are audiobooks like we were talking about, podcasts, Audible originals. They have fitness and meditation programs. And if you're like me, a lot of times I have a lot of trouble sleeping at night, and they have a lot of sleep tracks to help with better rest. So Audible Plus is definitely something you should check out.
And with every month, Audible members get one free audiobook and full access to the Plus catalog.
Guys, I kid you not, we really do like Audible, and we've been using it for months now in our shop. It's generally the time that we don't have our kids, we're not at home, and he and I are able to just work on shoes and take care of business and just pop in the earbuds like Heath said and just listen to it. So if you're interested in trying out Audible, which we definitely recommend you doing, you can get a free 30-day trial by going to audible.com/Trenton Heath.
Or you can text Trenton Heath to 500-500.
Go check them out today.
All right, and the last one we're going to throw at you is stop wearing outdated shoes. So we're talking about the 90s called, they want their Kenneth Cole's back, their Steve Madden's.
Yeah, Clark Griswold wearing the white loafer. It's time to just retire some shoes. And, like Heath said, it's best to just, every now and then when you clean out your closet and you're getting rid of clothes, because Lord knows, man, I am a pack rat. I keep clothes in there from decades ago, and my wife has to jump on me all the time to get rid of stuff. And a lot of times we just forget about the shoes because we're like, no, I'll wear it someday. Yeah. And it's just not the case.
It never comes around. So if you haven't worn it within 2 years or something.
Yeah, max.
Yeah, you're probably not going to wear it. So just go through your clothes, your shoes, heck, even your socks, and just clean them out and update your wardrobe and donate the other things to Goodwill. If you're not going to wear them, somebody else will.
Yeah. And a lot of times, guys, it is like they say, if you stick with the classics, it's going to last forever. It's those trends that a lot of us jump on, and those are the shoes that usually go out of style.
And when we say square-toed, we're not talking about, your chiseled toe. No, we're talking
Chiseled toe's
about
totally different.
Square-toed shoes. So you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. That is mine and Heath's top 6 things to stop doing with your footwear.
And if you disagree with us, let us know why. There's going to be some haters, especially over that sneaker business.
Yeah, I'm anxious to read the comments.
Hey, these are just our opinions.
Yeah.
But,
Two guys that have been in the footwear business for a long time. We see it. We see customers bringing their stuff into us all the time. So these are our opinions.
We're not going to agree over everything, but you know what? You can't bake a cake without breaking a few eggs, right?
Exactly. But hey, guys, before you go, if you would, please drop us a big thumbs up. Yep. As always, we really appreciate you guys watching, for subscribing, for liking, and just giving us a little bit of your time today. All right, guys, that's it. Until next time, y'all have a good one.